Hello, welcome to this presentation on how to install and make Android run on your Blackberry phone. Today I'm going to be demonstrating with Blackberry Passport Silver, and this demonstration can also apply to other Blackberry 10 OS. The only main difference would be when you're installing what I call the Express setup, which you would have to go to the internet and find the appropriate file for your for your specified phone. So for example, my Blackberry is Blackberry Passport, like I said, and your Blackberry might be another Blackberry product but still using Blackberry 10. All the files are available on the site. You just Google into the internet using the name of the file that later on I'll be showing you. With no further ado, let's dive into it. So the first thing that we'll be doing is downloading all the tools that are required from chatafrica.com, and I have labeled the files according to the order in which it needs to be installed. For example, take you there. So I'll go up a step. Right, this is what I'm talking about. Now you would see Google Account Manager. That's the first one that you would deploy, and you have two options. You can either copy that onto your phone and run it, or you can deploy the bar file using one of the tools which I'm going to be showing you today. And then the next one that you install is Cobalt Blackberry Google ID. Again, you can copy the APK into your phone, or you can use the bar file and deploy the bar file using the tool that I'll be showing you. And the same applies to com.google.android.gsm. In there you see the two files. Now with this file I was not able to package it for some reason, so the only option that you have for now, you might be able to do it, I'm not sure if it's something to do with a conflict on my PC, but the only option that you have now is you copy that also onto your phone when it gets to this step, and then you manually install it. I will show you how to do that as well. And then the next would be install com Android vending 6.00, and again you have the bar files in there and the APK file. You know what to do with that, like I said. This is some troubleshooting for that. All these files will be available to you on chatafrica.com. In case you come across issues such as unfortunately Google Play Store stopped and this error on Android devices, these are the steps that you have to follow. There are I think about 5 different steps, and I think before you get to the 5th one you would have resolved your issue. And then after installing that, the next file to install is Google Account Manager. Again, you have the files in there, the bar file and the APK file available to you from the download site. Now there's this WAA fixer, which is used for patching the WhatsApp media upload and download. Sorry, media upload. If you want to send a picture or video to your friend or somebody and for some reason it's failing, you also use the deploy bar. Now I should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, I hope you have not started jumped into it and started during the installation. You have to do after you download the tools. I've told you the order in which you're going to install the tools, but before you start to install the tools, my recommendation is please do your backup. Do your backup. You can do more than one backup. It does not hurt. You just have to delete the files after you have succeeded in your installation. So you do your backup, and then you run the custom installation. So you would have 3 options. Like I said, like I've explained to you, you either install, there's an exe that you install, and that's just like that just does an express flashing of your phone, and you just put a bare bone fresh Blackberry updated 10.3.0.3 build is the latest as of 2017 December, and almost flawless. And the next method is installing the APK. You can also just copy all the 5 APK files onto your phone and install them from your phone. What I do is use the bar file and bar deployment tool to deploy the bar files onto my phone. That's if you're using APK or bar method, then it means that you're not opting for the express install. It means that you're keeping your current build, your current installation, your current build, and you're just making Android runtime to work on your Blackberry so you can use Android application. But if you're tired of your build is crap and it's slow and your battery is draining, then I would advise that you do a backup and then choose the first option of the third step, and then restore your backup. And I would point out something, that when you're restoring your backup, it would be best to do a selective restore. I will show you what I mean by that later. Doing a selective restore means that you don't end up with the same dirty old build that you had before your backup. So by doing so, you either backup, restore the settings, or restore the media, or restore the settings on the media, or restore certain applications. Like I said, I'll show you what I mean. So I'll be walking you through the steps. First, I'm just going through the presentation slide to show you the tools that we're going to be using, of the tools that you'll be downloading from chatafrica.com. So the first tool, BB Hack Deploy Tool 3.101. When I use a lower version, I had issues, so I would advise you use this version. You can download this file as well, and this tool you'll be using to backup and restore your application. You can also use it for so many other stuff like deploying APK, or I think APK and bar file. I'm not sure, but I know you can use it to deploy application as well to your phone. And then the next tool is the deployment tools. Those tools are actually the tools that you use to package your APK. So I will show you very quickly the tools that now, Blackberry utility deployment tool. Now these are the tools. You want this tool for, sorry, not that tool. You want this tool for packaging the APK file, and then this tool for deploying the packaged APK, which is now in a .bar form. Well, you're not going to be needing to do this because the files are already packaged. I've already packaged the files for you. Like you can see, the only one that I did not package is this number 3 here, which I've already told you what to do about that. So you see the bar files are already there. Yeah, so this presentation, although is a presentation on how to use how to make Blackberry, how to make Android work on your Blackberry, is also teaching you how to backup and restore your Blackberry, and also how to package applications. So this is it's kind of like an all-in-one video, but the main purpose of this video is really, to make Android work on your Blackberry phone. So I will not be going deeply into how to backup or how to package application. I will do another video for that if requested, or if any of you still have some dark area or dark zone in terms of doing those activities. Well, anyway, so the next thing that we do is like I said, these are the required tools. Like I've already pointed out to you, you will use the Blackberry APK packager for packaging the APK, and then deploy the packaged APK, which is now in bar form, into your phone. And so like I said, APK for packaging, bar for deploying, dbb-tool.exe, which is also available in a download in a zip form. You can download and zip it, used for backing up and restoring. And then passport.exe. This file is provided to you on the download page as well on chatafrica.com. It's quite huge. I think it's about 1.4 gig. So you have to be patient when downloading, or you can also download it from other sites. This particular tool you will be using for express installation. Basically what you do is just double click it. You plug your phone onto your laptop with a USB. It will ask you for a pin if you have a pin set. Put in your pin and your phone is plugged in. Double click this passport 10.3, and then you start to install. It will flash your phone, so make sure at this point you have a successful backup, a working backup, and then you flash your phone and you have a brand new build, and then you go back and restore your settings or restore certain application that you want to restore back. And like I said, these are the order in which, if you decide not to go with this express installation, the next option, which is either installing the APK file or the bar, or deploying the bar file, each of those APK and bar file are in each of this folder. So you go into each of the folder and you choose your method. If it's bar file, you go in there. So basically you install all these in that order, and then once you've succeeded, you just install the WAA fixer for fixing the media for WhatsApp. Now I'm going to show you a demonstration of where to download where to download the files, and then how to run some of the backup and the custom installation. Now if you go to chatafrica.com, if you just type in chatafrica.com in your browser, and it'll take you, and then you go to the download section, and you can do a search, and in the download box, in the search box, you just do Blackberry, and it should show you, pour down all the Blackberry files that you need. So you're going to need that deploy, you're going to need the packager, and you can see the files there. Or another easiest way of doing this is you do the drop down, go to Blackberry option, and you can see all the files here. And Blackberry, you can see account manager in the order. You can see account manager, just click that, download it, click that, download it, click that, download it, click that, download it, and then you're done with the download. Or you can just click the Blackberry, and the files are here. If you go in there, you see all the files in the order. They're there as well. Just click on each of the folder and do your download. I'm not going to teach you how to download. I'm sure everybody knows how to download. Now the utilities. This is what you'll be using for backup and restoring. That Sachesi 2.03 is used for also backing up and restoring, but I've tried it and it's not been successful for me. So I would advise, don't waste your time with that tool. That does the job. BB hack, that's it too. Brilliant. And then you download that, and then the Blackberry tool for Android deployment. There you have your deploy and your packager. Those are the main files you need. Deploy and APK packager. So back to the slide. Now deploying Blackberry. Bear with me, I just need to plug in my laptop. It seems sorry about that, it was just going on now. My laptop battery was going low, so it went on savers mode. Anyway, right, what you would first thing you want to do, okay, we've dealt with the number one, download, backing up your phone. So backing up your phone, if you, after you've installed your tools, you would have that dbtool.exe, which is amongst one of the files that you downloaded. So what you do is you plug your phone. You would plug your phone. Plug your phone to the USB. Yeah. And that's done. Enter your PIN if it prompts you for PIN. That's the PIN that you usually use to enter your Blackberry. And then what you do now is you do create backup. Now what it's doing now is it's scanning your phone for all the files and all the media files, settings and all that, and it can take up to 2 minutes to do this. So I'm going to pause the video and come back when it's ready. Okay, it's loaded, and there's a disclaimer here. Don't worry about the disclaimer. It's just saying that this is not the approved method of backing up your phone, but it does, trust me, it does the work, it does the job. And 99% of the time using this backup is never failed, as long as you leave your phone plugged in. So you do the show all, and these are all the files that you are going to be backing up. Let's go. For each data file there's a bin file, so they go together. So if you're unticking, if you don't want to download hello GPS, for example, don't just untick that, untick both, right? So what I would advise you to do is do a full backup first. So you just do start backup, and you start to backup. Now remember I said there's the express option. If you're doing the express option, you can do after the full backup. It takes a while to do the full backup, maybe about 15 to half an hour, 15 minutes to half an hour. But if you do an express setup, you might want to take another backup for just the settings, and that would back up your settings. That's you can see is 7 meg, just over 7 meg, and it would take very little time to do that. Let's say about 5 minutes or so, or less than 5 minutes. So if you have that that settings backup, you use it to overwrite the settings after you've done your express installation, and that's a quick way of getting a fresh new platform with your settings. Now your settings might request some applications, and you can go back and install the application that is requesting. Now the other option, the other way, it's not an option, the other way you can do this as well is if you chose the express setup, which is you double click that. Let me just demonstrate that to you now. I will unplug my phone now because I really don't want to flash my phone, because I've already done it. So I'm just demonstrating to you. So unplug my phone. So if you have the exe, in my case my exe is stored in my D drive, Blackberry, I think it's on the utility, where is it? There it is. I just double click that and it will say connecting to boot ROM. If your phone is plugged in, give it a few seconds, it will capture the phone BIOS, and then restart your phone, flash your phone. In about 15 minutes you have a brand new build, or probably less than 15 minutes you have a brand new build. But I'm not going to do this, so I'm just demonstrating to you that this is the express installation. This is the first option. So if you do that and your phone comes back up, which it would 99% of the time, then you can close. I'll close this now. When your phone comes back up, let me plug back my phone now. Your phone comes back up, then what you want to do is, okay, it's gonna ask me for my password. Next step that you want to do is do a restore. So in my case, my backup file was saved here. So one of my backup overwrite is 8 gig. It's another one that is 13 gig. That's a full backup. This one here is a backup without the media. That's why it's 8 gig, and that's a full backup with the media. So that's 13 gig. I'll open that. That's to show details. And now you see, if you did a full backup, you can selectively choose what you want to restore. I will start by restoring the settings. So if you look down there, you see the settings is the only one that's ticked, so you just do restore, and it restores your settings in a few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes. If you want to, restore just the media, it's about 5 gig mine. To restore the media. If you want to restore certain application, you can untick the application that you can just untick and then pick the application that you want to restore. What I did with mine, I omitted the system application because after flashing my phone with the this option, the express installation, I knew that the system application system is already there, so it would have the latest one. It will have the latest system application, so there's no need me overwriting the system application with the old build, which can bring issues that you had in your previous in your previous build. So you can just select everything and deselect that, and that's what I would advise you to do. Select everything and deselect the system application. I think there's another file that I skipped. Let me see, I'm just going through it, see if I can refresh my memory. Any other file that's it's optional, you can choose what you don't want to. There are these files as well, which you've already installed. But overwriting with these won't cause any harm, but I would untick Google, some of these, and do that installation, untick that. But it's all up to you. It doesn't really matter. It's just making sure that you're not overwriting with older version, basically. So it's up to you. It depends what version you currently have on your phone. There don't seem to be any other file that I skipped when I was doing that. It's just that system file. So you just do that and do start restore, and that's it. Restore, and voila, you have a brand new build. So if you're doing if you're taking the other option, APK, you want to copy the APK onto your phone, what you would do is this. You go into your phone, I'm just trying to get the phone into a view. Sorry, I don't have the proper devices for this presentation, but you go into your phone, settings, and you see storage and access, and you enable USB mass storage mode. Before I do that, let me show you what I mean. You see there's no D drive, there's no F drive or no other drive except for my system drives before I enable that. So if I enable it now and do interview. So what I did was, let me cancel that and do it again. I enabled it and hit continue, and now you see the drive appears. So you just double click it and you can create a folder, call it Blackberry, or you probably have Blackberry folder there already, and you go to the files that you downloaded from the site and you can just copy everything, or you can choose to individually copy the APK files, and you copy into the location. So I would advise that for clarity purpose, you just copy the whole of that folder, copy the whole of this folder onto your Blackberry. And once you've done that, I would disconnect my Blackberry from my laptop and then go back to the mass storage, disable it, because I believe it doesn't allow you to see the drive until you disable it, and then you go to file manager, and if you under file manager, if you click the option, you see the media, you see there's a media file. That's the one that I mounted to my computer. That's what I copied, and then I go into Blackberry and then I'll install the APK file. So what would happen if you did everything right? If you click on the APK, you press the APK, in my case I have open. That's because I've already installed it. If you have not installed it, you would have installed, and you just press the install and it will install the APK. This is how you install using the APK option. Right, sorry about that. I have a phone call coming in. I'll just say no to that. And that's the option. So now if you want to use the bar option, what you would do is you would plug your phone back in. I'll just quickly, for the sake of this presentation, disable my network so I don't get no more calls disturbing me. Also disable the Wi-Fi so I don't get WhatsApp calls. Right, now plug my phone in, and it will ask you for password, and now the option that we're going to choose now, the other option is deploying using the bar tool. So I've already installed the bar tool on I've already installed the APK and the bar tool on my laptop, and I'll just find the Blackberry, create a shortcut to all the files that are installed. So the APK file, this is the APK packager. So if you double click the APK packager and you choose what file you wish to package, in my case, in our case, the files, I store them in a D drive, and you can see them here. When you download them from the internet, from chatafrica.com, you see them here. So if you want to package it yourself, you can do this yourself, but I've already done it for you. The only one that I did not package, like I said, is this number 3, which you have to install the APK on your phone. I showed you how to do that already. So the way you use this packaging tool is, you copy the location of the file, directory location to open, and then that's the APK file. And I've already done it, but for demonstrative purpose I will do it again, and it will drop the file in here. So you can do deploy as well. So it packages it and it automatically deploys it to your phone, but I don't like doing that. I like to make sure that everything works fine before I start deploying, or that there's no error, no virus or whatever with the application before pushing it down to my phone. So anyway, now you just click package. Now you see it might ask you for password to encrypt your package. You just enter password that you can remember, and it's just signing it. After signing it, signed, and there you go, you have your bar file. So you've packaged your APK into a bar file. That's actually what the phone does when you install the APK. So now you have your bar file. This is how I got my bar files. So if you're using the bar option, for some reason I was not able to package this particular file, the number 3, this step 3. Let's give it a go again and see what happens. Okay, it's going. Any errors? Error. See, there's an error here. So yeah, well, you just have to install that APK. By the time you've done that step, you'll be able to install the APK on your Blackberry. Right? There are other files here as well, which I don't think you're going to need, but it's there for you. So that's how you convert it into a bar file. Now you would want to now deploy. I will show you how to deploy the bar file onto your phone. Now this is the deployment tool. So you got your bar file, which you packaged, and it was on the D drive. It was in there and in there. So that's the bar file that you packaged. You open, and then you enter the password that you entered when it was asking you to, or your Blackberry password, and then you click install. So once you do that, it would install on your phone, and once you've done that for all 5 of these except this, which you have to, like I said, install the APK manually because we're not able to package it. Once you've done the 5 of them, the 5 files, you can also deploy, just use this opportunity to deploy the WAA fixer, which is, like I said before earlier on, is what allows you to fix media files and video files on WhatsApp. So you can upload media and video files with, successfully. Without that, that's the only glitch with this whole setup. The WhatsApp that you install is not Blackberry WhatsApp. It is Android WhatsApp, and the only flaw with the Android WhatsApp that you'll be installing is uploading files. Uploading video files and pictures. So this fixed the issue. You might have to retry once or twice, but it works. So let's go back to our presentation. What we covered downloading the tools from chatafrica.com, installing it and downloading it and putting it in a folder, and it's all in order, 1 2 3 4 5. Backing up your phone, restoring. Took the opportunity to also demonstrate to you how to restore your phone and run custom installation. So you had the express install option where you install the exe and then restore your settings and APK files that you want to restore. And I also showed you the bar option, installing the bar options, 1 2 3 4 5. And that's it. That's my presentation. Sorry about the little glitches on the presentation. This is my first YouTube presentation, so I apologize for any inconveniences that you might have received during following the process. Well, thank you for listening. Goodbye.